So today is Friday, so we are taking the egg bowl out of the cage that you put it in on Thursday yesterday and bleaching the eggs and getting them ready to redistribute to be the small larvae for next week. So to do that, you need this big secondary containment container that normally is just sitting under the bench. You need the cage that you had. This spray bottle that sits on the bench is full of 70% ethanol to spray any mosquitoes that get out when you take the egg bowl out. You'll also need gloves, forceps, and water. That's just to help clean out the adult mosquitoes from the eggs once you get the bowl out. And then you'll need a bottle top filter and a bottle, which are in the main lab, and all the bleaching supplies are also in there. Okay, so to take out the egg bowl, you have both your hands in the secondary containment, glove, and then inside is just a cage and the spray bottle. I like to turn it sideways so I can see the egg bowl and my hand at the same time. So I just untie this first and then shake off any mosquitoes. Try and get them off the bowl if you can. Sometimes they like to hang out at the top, but just like brush them off a little. Then I just fold it over my other hand, reach in, grab onto the egg bowl with all 5 fingers, pull it out, kind of fill it, sit it down, and then as you can see there's some adult mosquitoes flying around in secondary containment, which is why you want to do it in this and not in the room. And then you retie this so that the rest don't come out. And then you can go about killing or spraying the adult mosquitoes so that you can take out the egg bowl. And there are some live adults in the egg bowl that I try and shoo out so that they don't fly out either. And then you just spray with ethanol any that you see, like a fun target game practice. And then you're good to take the egg bowl out. So I got lucky and there were only a few flying around. Sometimes there's like upwards of 20. Today there were like 5 to 10 maybe. Then you've got the egg bowl and you're ready to start processing the eggs. Okay, so now that you have the egg bowl out of the cage, I wet a paper towel in front of it just so that it's easier to get the mosquitoes off the forceps. So now you want to take all the adult mosquitoes out of the bowl so that they don't go through the bottle top filter because it clogs it, and they don't need to be in the trays when you separate them out. And a lot of times there's mosquitoes like directly in the center like today. And when you pull those out, a lot of times they'll have eggs stuck to them on their wings and stuff, like this one. So you'll want to just like wipe it on the side of the filter to help get the eggs off so that you get the best yield possible. That's especially important if the egg lay is low. This egg lay is pretty normal. It's a good one. This is like what we're always hoping for, so it's not a huge deal if we let some eggs stay on the adult mosquitoes when we pick them out. But if it's significantly lower than this, then it might be a problem. So you just keep doing this until there's no more adults in the bowl. And then you're good to take the bowl with just the eggs in it back to the main lab to process them. Okay, once the eggs are all clean and you're ready to process them, you bring them in their bowl back into the main lab, and then grab this bottle that's labeled for egg cleaning and a bottle top filter. Hook it up to the pump. You'll also need 50 mils of 1% bleach. We have another 50 mil conical over on our side with 100% bleach in it that you can dilute from, and then just dilute with DI water. And you'll also need the spray bottle DI water to help get the eggs into the bottom of the filter. So I pick up the filter, let the water drain, then you tip the eggs in and spray them down into the filter, getting as many as possible. Alright, and then this goes in biohazard waste. And then you can turn on the pump, let it start going through. I like to put paper towels down because pouring this through gets kind of messy, and you want to pour it through so that all the eggs in the bowl get through the filter too. And then this bowl goes in the freezer right behind me just to freeze any remaining eggs. You want to disconnect the vacuum so that the bleach can sit on them. So then you pour your 50 mils of bleach onto them and let them sit for a minute. When they're about done, you can turn the filter back on. Let the bleach water drain through, and then you're going to want to wash them with regular DI water 3 times just to make sure that there's no bleach lingering on them. And then after that, they're ready to go back to the conveyor to be split into trays. So we're going to rinse them down, pour some water in to rinse them, let that drain through, and then rinse them down one more time and they'll be alright. Alright, so now we have eggs that are ready to go back to the conveyor. Now that you're back in the conveyor with your eggs in the filter, you'll get 2 trays, put 2 liters of water in each of them. Then you need the fish food. You'll put 1/8 of a teaspoon of fish food in each of them. And I normally do this with the trays sitting right on the rack. Just for video purposes I move them. You can do it right on the rack. The fish food helps the eggs not stick to the side of the tray so much, so it's important to put the fish food in before the eggs. So then, now that the fish food's in, it's ready for the eggs. So you just want to try and split them as evenly in half as possible. So I try to just like draw a line on the filter with a little water, and then you just pour the eggs in. They like to stick to the side of the filter, so just try and